Sean here, changing things up. Going live from Pub Street down in Siem Reap. So, I am sitting on a balcony on the second story overlooking Pub Street. So, it's a little quieter, a little less insane. I got myself a lovely local Cambodia beer. I quite enjoy these. See if I got a winner. If you look on the bottom, it'll tell you if you win. Mine says thank you, so that means I'm a loser. Cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday night for me, Saturday morning for y'all over in North America. Tastes good. Tastes damn good. Okay. Let's check and see what's going on here with the chats. Well, it looks like I got ads, so that part's working. Just want to make sure that it's not... Okay, good. Yeah. The audio quality works. I'm a happy man. So yeah, I know this is out of touch with what I normally do, but hey, I want to change things up. So this is Pub Street. Thought I'd give you guys a shot. Take a look. Do a little people watching. I said, I'll show you guys where I'm at here, just so you can get a look. So this is a little bar, not too far here. I can give you a quick view. So that is one end of Pub Street. That's and there's a temple is up there. And then if you go across this way, that's where the moon sign is. It's way down there. Probably wander down there later. But yeah, and there are roof cats. Cats kind of live up here. So yeah, I thought we'd come and check out Pub Street this evening. I'll put the focus on the street here. If there's anything going on, great. If not, we will we'll play around. Okay. We got people watching. So hey, Maven, hello, hello. Stephen Johnson, hello, hello. So yeah, if you guys want to see the streets, that's fine. If you want to see my face, that's fine too. Just let me know in the chat. I'm good either way. I'm just going to sit here, chill, relax, enjoy beer. Because I haven't had... I'm trying to think of the last time I had a beer. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. This must be weird for you, Maven, you know, not hosting an event. You may be doing something this evening, I just haven't picked up on it yet. I might still be able to make it back home in time to catch it anyway. But yeah, it's still early. It's not even 20 to 8 yet. So Pub Street tends to get hopping later on. I think I could do a little bit of zooming here too. Let's get that going. There we go. Let me know how that looks for you guys, because it's a digital zoom that we've got here. So I don't know if that's any good for you guys. If it works, great. If it doesn't, great. We'll fiddle with it. Don't expect any shenanigans. It's going to be kind of late. Like, as you can see, there's a bunch of kids running around down there. This is a pretty chill, low-key place. No stream tonight for you, Maven. Okay, cool. Good, so I don't have to worry about running back and missing anything. So, still kicking my butt over that Sly and the Family Stone one the other day. I gotta see what their song was, because I know that they had. I had a compilation, so I know the Temptations and the Sly and the Family Stones was on the same one. So it's probably why. Family Affair. God damn it. Yep. And Everyday People. Those are the ones. Yep. But yeah, the Papa's a Rolling Stone. My brain always just said, oh, it's Sly and the Family Stone, because it was on the same fucking album. Steven, have you ever been to Chiang Mai? Nope, not yet. It's in the cards. Thinking of doing it sometime next year. Reason being is I tend to do most of my travel via bus and ground. I have used up all of my entries into what was that? I'm doing it right now. I'm doing a live stream. That's hilarious. A gentleman just over there in the white hair. You can see him popping up with a blue shirt. He just yelled up that he was watching my blogs on YouTube. Yeah, so anyway, the land border crossings to Thailand, I've used up the 2 that I have available to me this year. And then I get them again as of January 1st. So I'll take a trip over to Chiang Mai after that. Oh, Maven, good luck. Thank you for the watch hours. Yeah, I can change these over. Like it doesn't have to just be static. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah, this way. There's a whole lot of nothing happening. There's like 3 people versus the dozen or so over this way. We'll just keep it over here. Watch the folks running by. I do like to come up here every now and again and do a little bit of people watching, not gonna lie. Can be entertaining. Kind of check out what the latest fashion trends for tourists is. I'm still cracking up that the guy recognized me sitting up here. Oh, randomly getting recognized by folks it's interesting and it's unexpected and it happens more often than I would expect. I guess I'm getting my picture taken now. I assume he's taking a picture of the I guess it's only fair is fair. There was a gentleman that was taking a picture of the signage here, not me. There we go. Why did I take my glasses off, Sean? Why? Oh. You probably like Siem Reap better than Chiang Mai. You know what? Until I've been to a place, I reserve judgment on anything. I mean, I've enjoyed most of the places that I've lived. You know, if I could enjoy West Palm Beach, Florida, I can pretty much enjoy anything. So I'm okay that way. The only thing I understand with Chiang Mai that I would have issue with would be the burning season with the air quality being as bad as it is. But, you know, I look at it this way. We have the hot season here where it was like 42, 43 degrees for a month and a half. You know, that was pretty miserable too. So there's miserable crap everywhere. Let's put this over on me for a minute. Change it up. Oh God, that's just awful. Oh Jesus, that made it even worse. There we go. So yeah, I've got this on just a small little gimbal. I say that every fucking time. I'm just using a small little selfie stick. Show you what I've got today, because I can. This is everything I'm using. So this piece here is a battery. So that's going to charge it up in case I decide that I'm going to do like a 2-hour stream or something. Then I'm fine. Stop it. Stop with the things. Okay, that's okay. Oh man, another hot day. Another very hot day. I was out for breakfast this morning, and met a local gentleman. Lovely, very pleasant. Was asking me questions, and a very valid question that I received was regarding this. I don't know if you can see it here. Let's turn off the face tray. Anyway, it is a bullet. Can I put that on here? It's on a chain, okay? It's on a keychain. I picked this up at Independence Palace when I was in Vietnam. I don't care for war. I don't like anything to do with guns, violence, or anything like that. But when I was there, they were selling this. And I've been looking for a piece of something to wear on my necklace. I've had this for a while. I've tried a few things, and nothing really worked. And I've been to a few locations in Vietnam and in Phnom Penh that have humbled me to my core. And so this is more of a representation to remind me whenever I see it of the fact that there's two sides to every story. So the story that has been told to me growing up in North America about what happened during the wars, that's one side. When I was in Vietnam, since I've been here, there's a completely different side to it. And so the fact that I have now got to experience both sides of that story without having to be involved in it, obviously, this is what this is for. That, you know, it's just to remind me of that. So the gentleman was inquiring about the necklace. I think he was more concerned about why I was wearing it. But he was a lovely gentleman. He actually ended up buying me breakfast, so, which was an unexpected treat. Chiang Mai used to be a lot nicer than the city got too big. I've heard that about Chiang Mai. Tucky Cat. In 2009, I visited Cambodia and, of course, visited Pub Street. Was a bit sad for it really expecting to be a magnet for the Bogan Brigade. However, it has developed into a more family vibe. The Bogan Brigade, they still come here. I love that. Bogan. So, okay, for me, hey, Dad. So, a bogan, from my understanding, so rattling brain cell that I have here. So we have, in Thailand, you have a phalong, and then in a farang, whatever it would be. And then in Cambodia, they put a B in it. Instead of the F, it's a B. So it's a barang or barong. I guess it depends on how you pronounce it. But a bogan, for me, was a creature, I do believe, from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They're the ones that were they were like the overseers, but they read the world's worst, or the universe's worst poetry. And so in my brain, a bogan brigade is just a bunch of old farts sitting there drinking beer, reading bad poetry to each other. So probably incorrect. Let me just check that. I got to check. Bogan. But I also know that it's a colloquial term, but it's not one I'm used to from Canada. So bogan. Okay, it's an Australian term, even better. A person whose speech, clothing, attitude, and behavior are considered unrefined or unsophisticated. Okay, so let me see what the characters were from the Hitchhiker's Guide. Galaxy. Oh, dear God. Vogan. So I was off by one letter. But again, that kind of cracks me up. So Vogan, V-O-G-A-N. Sorry about that. Vogans. And of course, Armor Time would know it. Thank you, buddy. The author term for, so wait, hello. Yes, I would take one more. Thank you. Oh, this still has some in there. You can take the glass. I don't need it. I just like this is in a glass to me. Very good service here. Aussie term for lower class mullet. So, yeah. In America, what would we call those? You're gonna have to help me here in this one, Armor. What would we call that in Canada? I don't think we have like a person that we call lower class, like the mullet crew, because they're just mostly Canadians. So, haven't seen a mullet in the U.S. in a while. The last time I saw them being rocked mostly was in the country thing, like Billy Ray Cyrus and stuff. But I'm sure that they're making a bit of a comeback in some ways too. There's one comedian that did it, that rocks one. So Anyway, let's turn this around. Hosers. I mean, that's the only other thing I could think of was a hoser. And that's just a general term that we have for Canadians. So let's do a little bit of zoomage. Watch the street go by. I ordered my second beer, and it's delightful. The thing is with these Cambodian beers, you have to drink them. You don't want to get them warm. They do not taste great when they're warm. So I let mine sit for a while I was getting the stream set up. Thank you. I could. Stephen, Sean, how much do you think it would cost to live in Siem Reap each month? Basic apartment, food, and other expenses. I've actually done a video on this a few months ago. You can get a reasonable apartment here, and like I'm talking a nice little studio, 1 bedroom, for between $200 and $300, and that's on a short-term lease. I'm getting 3-month leases for those. Then you have to add in your cost of electricity. So we'll just go work on the high end of it, right? So let's say you're paying $300 for your rent. Electricity should cost you anywhere between $30 to $75, depending on how much you use the AC. If you're okay using a fan and just using an AC to kind of draw out some of the humidity, you'll save a lot more money. So let's add that on. So let's just round up to $100 and say we're at $400. Cell phones, you can get a killer plan for $6 a month. Like I get 60 gigs a month on my phone. So that's $6. So we're at 406. And then you just got to budget in what you would spend on food every day. You can go as low as like $3 or $5 and as much as you would like. But I would say an average, like a good average to spend would be about $10. And that would give you some, some wiggle room for grabbing a couple beers, going out for a little bit of a nicer meal once in a while, kind of finding your way to curb things. So if you do $10 a day, you're looking at another $300 a month. But if you shoot between $10 to $15 a day, you're living really good. I'm not kidding. As long as you don't have bad habits. Like if you drink a lot, it's going to still cost you. I mean, you get 50-cent beers, but they add up after a while. You can easily live here for under $1,000 US a month. I usually average about 600 personally. You go to movies, that's $2, $2.50. Like it's nothing here is terribly cheap or terribly expensive. If you decide you want to take a day trip and go to Phnom Penh, you can get a bus from Siem Reap to Phnom Penh. Round trip around $25. And then you can get hotels in Phnom Penh for, $15, $20 a night, get you right downtown. And so you can, travel, do all the things you want to do while living here. So $1,000, you're living great. Like I wouldn't be wanting for anything. I'm not really wanting for anything here as it is. And Tucky Cat, you're right. For Real has a video coming out tomorrow on the cost of living in Siem Reap. And they take into consideration, I think, like healthcare and all that kind of stuff too. So they're going in much more in depth than I would. I have coverage from back home, so I don't have to worry about it. But there's always going to be expenses and things that kind of creep up on you. But if you can afford $1,000 a month, you can afford to live in Cambodia easy and live very well. I think on $1,000 a month, you could also rent a scooter. I'm pretty sure you could rent a scooter for, what was that? I remember, trying to remember. God, I talked to a company. I don't know, it was for a month. Hey, Chalet, good God, my brain. Trying to think how much it was going to cost me for a month. It was not expensive. I think it was like between $80 and $100 for like to rent it for the whole month. So and that got me like a scooter if I wanted it, like a motorcycle, 125cc. So it is starting to pick up, as you can see. I can hear music starting up down there. Stephen, what's cheaper, going to the market and picking up food and cooking it yourself, or eating out? Honestly, it's 6 to 1, half a dozen of another. Depending on what you want to cook, like if you want to cook anything Western, it's going to cost you more money here. Just how it is. The markets are not geared, like the grocery stores here are not, that you can get a lot of Western stuff, but it will cost you a bit more. But if you are just going to eat local, you're going to cook local food, so you can go get fruits, vegetables, and meats and everything at a local market. Be prepared to have to do that every couple of days. Reason being is that everything, like especially for meat is like pretty much was alive that morning or the night before, and they butcher it and they bring it to the market. So it's not processed the same way. So I tend to only hold on to it for 2 days, maybe 3. So I only buy enough to last me for that long. And even if I freeze it, I just like to eat it, get rid of it. It's just me, just to safeguard against any problems. It's just how I am, how I want to roll. Slam 10 beers, lad. No thanks. That's old Sean, not me, Sean. Now, I'm not a party animal. I'll have a couple beers, but that'd be about the extent of it. I have 2. I've got one that I gotta fit. I gotta here. Oh God, here we go. Kill the can. New can. I don't know what this one is. This is a new one. Going to focus. Not too sure. Let's go. Looks like good people watching. Yeah. That's why I chose this spot, because it's just enough out of the way that it's, it's reasonable. Dear God, burping like crazy. So the clubs are starting to turn up the music. So let's turn over here. So this club over here, they got the music going now. There's a couple of dance clubs that are here that are pretty decent. There's one way down over here, down at the top of 7-Eleven, that I actually quite like. I've been there a few times. It was nice. Here, get more of a wide shot for everything. Get that. We don't need to zoom. No zooming needed. Who needs? Sean, is it easy to buy the green stuff in Siem Reap? Okay. I am not a connoisseur. I do not imbibe. I'll put that there. Like Armor will attest. I would get like the odd piece of chocolate when I lived in Canada. Not a big, huge deal. But yes, there are places, for my understanding. But I will put this out there. I'm just going to be frank. you are going to be, if you're coming to Pub Street, you're going to be inundated with tuk-tuk drivers that are going to start offering you additional services. My one high recommendation is ignore it completely. If you need to find something, find a person that you can trust, and don't trust the random dude on the street, because the tuk-tuk drivers are not your friends. That's all I got to say about that. I'm sure there's some that are lovely. I've heard horror stories. But yes, also putting this out there, it is not legalized here, so the ramifications of having it would be considerable. So it's another reason why I do not partake. It was legal in Thailand until recently, so that looks like it's gone. Yeah, Armor, I know this camera doesn't need to hide the face though, because it usually is pretty good about not doing the auto face detect. So you're eating, Maven. That's fine. Happy to have you here. The raucous party of Pub Street. Have I even taken a sip of my here? Let's do it. The new beer that I cracked. So I will take my first sip. And party animal time. I will probably have a third. I'm putting that out there. It is hot as fuck. So, enjoying a nice cold beverage is a nice treat. Yeah, Isaac, I understood that every other storefront is one of those stores. But my understanding is that they're cracking down on that, or they will be. That the new government is not a fan of that part. I don't know. I don't live in Thailand, so I don't keep up on the local policies as much as when I was living there. All I know is that when I was living there, there was a proliferation of those stores everywhere, and there was one that was downstairs in the building that I lived in, and it said secondhand weed and t-shirts, and it fucking cracked me up. I'm like, how do you get secondhand weed? So, Dave, yeah, with the tuk-tuk drivers, pretend you're deaf. I honestly just put on my headphones and just pretend I haven't heard them. It's just easier. Isaac, yes, a third beer when I go that deep. You may see me walking down the street with my camera. It may get unruly. I'm just here having fun. You guys have been around, you know that I tend to do these live streams are me at daytime. So I wanted to try something a little different. And I thought that, you know, Pub Street, I don't know, it kind of has a reputation sometimes of being like this, you know, crazy party and stuff. To me, as a kid that grew up in like Fort Lauderdale area in the 80s, like I remember what spring break was like. I've been to Daytona. I've been to all those things. So I've seen crazy ass parties. Like I've been to Mardi Gras in Nolens, and I've done Gasparilla and Guavaween in Tampa. So I mean, yeah, I've seen all kinds of fun parties. So this is really tame. This reminds me a lot of Pleasure Island to Disney. So it kind of feels like just a laid back, you know. But I've come through here at night where it's a little bit crazier. I will say this though, Saigon, their version of Pub Street was fun. I did not partake in any of it when I was there. I didn't have any drinks at all when I was there out. I did pick up a few Strongbow for myself while I was sitting in my hotel rooms editing. That was delightful. But yeah, because my hotels that I had in Saigon were right next to their Pub Street, and it was neat. Like, but they had like clubs that encroached out onto the street a little bit more, but they would have dancing people, and it was not just women in skimpy clothes; they had men in skimpy clothes too. So that was kind of cool. Something I hadn't seen before in here. Headed to Saigon in 2 weeks. Excited, yeah. Trying to remember the name. My brain does not register Saigon. Give me 1 second. Saigon trip. I put bookmarks all over the place. Where? I was just trying to look for, there we go. Boy Vien is the pub street of Saigon. I just didn't want to get it wrong. Buivien. It's backpacker alley, all that kind of stuff. It's a cool spot. A lot of energy there, for sure. But yeah, there's a lot of families here. I have no idea what I'm actually getting in the shot here. I'm just trying to get as much of the people and as little of the balcony as possible. Oh. Let me just double check, make sure I still got chat coming up. Okay, we're still good. I'm gonna do a quick test. I'm always worried that I'll lose signal here. Okay, that's still working. Okay. A little bit of delay. We're all good. Yes, and that rivet head is me. It's my other account. I log into that one to keep track of chat. Lots of neon, yeah. Well, if we go over this side, I you can watch the people coming in. A different view for a minute. Do I have the pub street sign? Yeah, there we go. It's kind of fun here. And this place that I'm at is, it's cool, but it's, to get up on the second floor, you have to go up a fire escape spiral staircase. It's the most sketchy thing I've ever done. Isaac, have you done Angkor yet? Nope. Nope. I was waiting for something in the fall. Still haven't got to schedule that yet. I may wait until after May because I will be able to go to all those parks. It'll be included with my visa renewal for the next year. So we'll see. Let me know if that is just too busy. Like if the neon is just too much. I mean, this camera is great for doing, nighttime video, but I worry sometimes. Let me see how it looks. Stop it. I guess it looks all right. I'm sure it's going to be hiccuping a little bit. Oh. Oh, God. Look at here, overlooking higher up than me. Look at this. That thing. It's nuts. Yet. I don't know why. And selfie crowds. Yeah, it just seems more action in this direction than the other, which makes no sense to me because it's all tied together. There we go. What is the temperature tonight? 29 degrees. $29 feels like 37 at 8 o'clock at night. Yep. Hot as balls. Back home in Canada, if it was 29 at night, we would be having rolling blackouts because everybody was trying to use their AC. What a nice laid back night, man. I don't come down here very often, but I always enjoy myself when I do. I have come down here with a book and some tunes and just kind of, you know, relaxed. It's kind of fun just to watch the people going by. There are more chairs that are down like right low and you can be right in the thick of all the stuff down. Like down where I'm facing the camera, there's a couple of places there that are more, I don't know, comfort oriented. I'm sitting on a friggin' bar stool. But those are places that like hanging out with a group of people and stuff. It's more fun. More of a laid back. Oh, popped my shoulder. Is it lagging out or? I think it is. Say anything about it, but it's okay. We may try finishing this beer and then taking a wander. See if I get you down in the thick of it. instead of just sitting up here. It wouldn't be the only one down there with the camera. It's about paying my bill. Okay. Bear with me for a second. I'm just going to try to pay my bill. Just trying to flag down the waitress. I think these are like $1.25 each, so let's get this going here. There we go. Back on me again. Let's see if the joy of my life. Okay. Should be 10K. So I think I got 10K. Yeah, I do. Hello. High five. Bye. See if they're in here. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking for the servers. They're downstairs. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys. Oh.
Oh,
hello. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I'm dealing with here. But I said, sketchy. Fire escape. Doom. I love it. It is. Sorry about that, are we? Okay. And I'm gonna try to find a way out of here. Okay. Do a little bit of people watching here. Sorry, I had to pay my bill. It's a little bit crazier when you're down in the thick of it, so. This is like everybody and their brother comes down to this section to take a picture. Yeah, so the beers, I paid $1.75 each. A little pricier than normal, 50 cents more. What we got here. It could be the time that I was here too. All day. It doesn't matter. I'll show you guys. It's not tons to Club Street, to be honest. So it does go down here. So this is like a sports bar that people tend to congregate in. No, thank you. No, thank you. Everybody. Oh, God. Definitely a little bit louder. There's another temple bar. I'm good. Okay, so this is the outskirts of it. Let's go back in. Don't know if I'll find another place to go have a beer. I don't want to be crazy, but... Oh, God. See if we still got stream going. Are we still live? Hope I am. Okay. The insanity. Yeah. This thing is, it's a fun place, but it can be a little overwhelming. I prefer it personally up top when I'm further away from everything. I know what I'm going to do. Just not really up for beer. I had 2. My limit seems to be 3. Yeah, this area seems to be more geared towards like restaurants and more laid back. You get down that way, it just becomes a little bit crazy. This is the other thing I find really weird here. Everywhere you go, you get those little fish tanks for your way. I'm my fish, so they. I've seen people's dirty ass feet here. Like, I don't want to put my feet in the same water, let alone on a fish that's sucking the shit off of my toes and just did the same thing to somebody else 5 minutes ago. No, thank you. Wow. Okay. This is kind of nuts. I think that's Shaggy. I'm pretty sure that's Shaggy. Oh, God. Okay. Getting away from the insanity for a minute. So I just thought we'd get away from that, because I think my brain's handling it. A little bit of overload. Whew. Okay, are we still live? Okay. How long have we been doing this? I think about an hour. Oh, I was going to possibly go and hit up some street food, but I'm not too sure. I think I'm going to go take a walk, kind of work off the beer I had. Yeah, I think I'm going to be good. Say, again, this is Saturday night here, so this is a busier evening, and it's starting to get towards the time where people are starting to come out. So this is good. Makes me happy. It's good to see that there is still some life here in Siem Reap on the weekends. So hopefully the tourism is picking up. It'd be nice to see more of the businesses thrive for sure. And not just Pub Street. I'd like to see a lot of the little local stuff get more attention. Said I'm going to go take a walk, and I'm going to go hit the riverfront down this way and then kind of wander around. But if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button on the way out. I do make all of these videos go live after the fact, so I would greatly appreciate it if you would let the algorithm know that you enjoyed this. If you did. If you didn't, hit the dislike. That's fine too. It's all the same thing. Engagement's the same. But anyway, I'm going to end things here, and I will see you all very soon in our next live stream. This is fun. So